Yes, I've got a great webinar called Become Part of the 9% and on 91% lose in spread betting. And you've got to, there are so many things you would need to do to become part of the 9%. If it were that easy, everyone would be part of it. And there's a lot of intelligent people making up part of the 91%. And in fact, you will always vacillate. You'll be in the top 1 and occasionally you'll be outside the 9%. But what you do need to do is you need to potentially decide on a strategy that looks after all elements of money management. And we've discussed the risk reward, we've discussed losses. You've got to manage losses, that keeps you in the game. You've got to believe you have a system that will make more than it gives back on its winning. It will win and will lose all the time. No one is ever going to have 100%, so accept that losses are part of the game and manage that. Become as systemic as possible in determining what your setup is. So the more it can be reduced to logic, the better, and the tighter. And then you need to stick to the system as systemically as possible as well, which most people are incapable of with emotions, particularly after, say, 3 losses. You'll be snakebite fearful, and after 3 wins, you'll be piling on twice the size. And that'll be the one that'll lose and give back all of those 3 wins and some. So that's where focusing on, if you had to develop a black box system, is not a bad process for defining your strategy. And that's what you find interesting. Observing charts, a lot of observation, a lot of drawing of charts, and a lot of use of patterns. Patterns are probably the most powerful technical analysis tool for me outside of the larger trend Dow theory.
What are some trading mistakes to avoid?
Most trading mistakes made by beginners, even intermediates and occasionally even advanced people when they lose their heads, is to do with trade sizing. So they take a loss too big. There's no damage done in taking your managed loss. That's part of the game and being wrong. The problem is that recovery ladder when you then emotionally negatively respond to taking an already slightly bigger loss. So let's say you lose 15 or 20%, and then you think, damn, I want to get back to where I was, so I need to make 25%, so I'll trade bigger again, I'm sure I'm right this time. You can't cope with the mental, it's like a mental cognizance dissonance, cognitive dissonance that makes you need to get back to where you once were, because you're now seeing yourself as the lesser self as dictated by this balance. And that then pressurizes you into trading bigger again on what looks like a sure thing. But now you're punch drunk because you must find an opportunity quickly, and it's not a sure thing. It's the first thing you grabbed hold of that best represents a possible trade. So you're then bastardizing your criteria to grab hold of something that you expect to leverage you back into where you once were. This is a very big fatal spiral, because once again you then overtrade because you've got to make back more to get back up, and that's the recovery ladder concept, and boom. That is probably the single most destructive that sees someone have a £10,000 account reduced to, a few hundred or £1,000, and then virtually giving up, realizing that they've blown it. Size.
It's 91% of people are in that sort of category.
I wouldn't say 91% are in that category. They don't all blow their accounts up from £10,000 down to 9, but they aren't possibly consistent with money management as a whole. And sizing is one element of money management. Don't forget, I said risk reward should be central to that as well. So they're taking trades that aren't worth the squeeze. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. And the probability of win rates, they haven't tested what likelihood they have of winning. Too tight a stop, something else I've mentioned. All of those things all fall under the larger money management cluster, and those are all key.
So do you agree with this statement? The only way to make money is slowly and steadily over time, not trading forex indices, commodities, etc., because they're a giant casino.
No, I wouldn't agree with that statement at all. Those underlying markets can be traded profitably on a consistent basis. There isn't an efficient market hypothesis that truly keeps everything at true value. Anything that involves people will have reactions and overreactions and underreactions. So no, I think you can. I think I wouldn't be in the game if I didn't feel that there was an edge that could be taken.
此视频将向您介绍资金管理。在此视频中，您会了解到什么是资金管理，单笔交易中您冒险的资金金额应为多少，以及风险回报率的概念。资金管理又称为风险管理，以限制交易账户相关亏损资金的方式，让您应对亏损交易。从长远来看，对资金管理的运用会区分出成功的操盘手与不成功的操盘手。资金管理的首要事项就是，任何单笔交易中，您冒险的资金金额不应超过您账户资金的 2%。事实上，我们的建议是，冒险的资金金额应仅占您账户资金的 1%。如果您坚持这个原则，那么您的交易账户会一直受到保护，因为此举会降低持续亏损的影响。冒险金额仅占您账户资金的 1% 至 20%， 您可承受一段时间的亏损期。这就意味着，当冒险金额仅占 1% 时，在20次的亏损交易后，您仍然拥有超过 80% 的账户资金。如果冒险金额超过此比例，比如说 5%， 那么在连续20次的亏损交易后，您的交易资金将减少至 36%， 您不得不投入更多的资金重新开始。由此看出，谨慎的资金管理方式对持续交易而言是必不可少的。风险回报率确定与此交易的预期利润相比，操盘手愿意冒的风险大小。因此，如果您愿意冒的风险为10点值，并且期望在交易中赚取30点值，则风险回报率为1:3。如果您的风险回报率高于1:1，则您的盈利率低于 50%， 但仍然可赚钱。比如说，您有一个能产生交易的系统，产生的交易每次都具有大致相同的风险。如您希望风险回报率为1:3，则您可以有3次亏损交易，并且通过1次盈利交易赚回资金。到目前为止，您了解到了资金管理是关乎降低交易风险，以保护您交易账户的概念。对经验丰富的操盘手而言，冒险的资金金额仅占其交易资本的 2% 或更少。我们的建议是，冒险的资金金额应仅占您账户资金的 1%， 始终将风险回报率至少保持为1:2至关重要。我们的建议是，将风险回报率保持为1:3，这样您的盈利率低于 50%， 但仍然可赚钱。
Yep.
What do you believe are the biggest mistakes made by the 80 to 90% of traders that don't make money?
Believing all the bullshit in the market. So again, we're back to this conflict of interest. A lot of either bad people or people who are incentivized in the wrong way will either tell you lies or they don't know certain situations occur and they're just doing their job, but they're just a bit stupid, yeah? Will tell you things that you want to hear all the time. You know, what people want to hear about trading is that everyone can do it, it's easy, and you can make $10,000 a month trading the international Forex markets if you follow this line on a chart. Yeah? Complete nonsense. So a lot of these people with conflict of interest will tell you that stuff, but it's obviously a lot more difficult than that. You know, trading can be straightforward, but you've got to take an approach where you've almost got to be very cynical and a little bit angry at the world, because the rest of the world is there to take your money, right? So if you're a bit cynical and a bit angry, it's a good basis to start trading, because you're going to question everything, every method, every system, every objective of individuals. You're going to question everything. That's a very good basis in life anyway, but especially in trading. So I think the reason why most people lose money is because they're probably too trusting. You know, what's the experience of people when they begin trading and they've never done it before? Sit down on their computer at home, type into Google, learn how to trade. What comes up first? Well, on the SEO, on the left-hand side of Google, it's all brokers, and they've all got a conflict of interest. And on the right-hand side, you've got paid search, where people are paying for you to click on that. Why? Because a certain percentage of people who click on that pay them enough money that they can do it again, right? So you've got to be careful. You know, you're not going to learn how to trade by going onto Google, typing in learning how to trade, and going on 20 courses, 20 free seminars. What you're going to learn is a load of rubbish that will never make you money. And then everybody goes and puts money in their trading account and blows up, and they wonder why. And then they sit there for a year, save up some more money, and then do it again. And they never actually seek out a proper education. So that's why, you know, people are taught things like, people are told what they want to hear, but also the assets that people tell you to trade and how they tell you to trade them is actually the reverse of what professional traders do. So someone somewhere within that company, probably the big boss, is making sure that that's what everyone is telling everyone to do.